Say no.
We're the only badass knob bitches around.
Oh, there we go.
If I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to like. There you go.
I'm so excited for this! Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
we all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with like a
Oh my god, that was an exciting adventure. We've got her with us tonight. Welcome back. Hi,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Hello, bitches. Welcome.
Hey, bitches. That was so much fun.
That is so fun.
Hey.
How do you like our new commercial? Thanks to Dominique. Or not commercial, our new intro. Thanks to Dominique.
I love it. I'm so excited.
I love it.
I can't wait to see what
I don't know if
everybody else
anybody,
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
anybody was able to see it yet.
No.
You know what? Actually,
Everybody.
we can play it later. We'll just play it again.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We'll play
When
it
all of these
again.
little
This
slackers,
day, we'll play
we're
it
gonna
again.
start having to start it at like 6:05.
Right?
Yes, we can
With our last minute ladies.
Yeah.
Where you at,
I-
last minute
I mean,
ladies?
I am normally a last minute person. Kind of just sneak in. Yeah.
No. You're always on early because we always give you a ton of shit to do right before our lives.
That's true. Well, it's like when driving to places, I always just like barely make it.
That's
I don't know why.
probably true. Yeah. I don't think I posted anything this week, did I? I don't remember.
I didn't post, but I do have. I had a
think you
question
did.
thought. I didn't know how to verbalize it in message form that made sense.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it once everyone starts hopping on, wherever they are.
While
So
we're
at your
waiting.
wedding, what happened?
Oh, I was just going to say really fast. While we're waiting, Emmanuel made me a salad because I said please. And he brought it to me. I was pretty naked.
Hi, Sherry.
Wait, you were naked or the salad was naked?
I was not naked. I was sitting here with my shirt on.
Just your shirt on.
Okay.
No wonder he brought you a salad.
But it was a naked one. And so I sent him back downstairs like 3 times.
Oh my God. It's
Why
that
don't you just make a
restaurant
list for
again.
him of what to put in there?
Wow. Well,
Well, I
there's
would've.
Ashley's cow.
Did you send it back and say, I need eggs and cheese and tomatoes and cucumber?
So I know you guys can make deviled eggs. So I know there's hard-boiled eggs.
I had just hard-boiled eggs, so there is eggs. But he didn't bring the eggs, and so I told him, and so he made Lily bring me a bowl of peeled like 4
Well,
eggs.
I want to know why they're not deep fried.
4 eggs would hurt my stomach.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Deep frying your own eggs?
Yes.
That'd be bomb. I would
In,
love
like,
to have
pork
some
rinds?
deep fried.
Just soft boil
Oh.
them, so that when you deep fry it, you know what I mean. Bomb.
Well,
Oh,
they have deep fried deviled eggs.
Yeah.
oh, that's what I meant. That's what I
Hello,
meant.
whip up that.
I've never
sucker,
tried
put it
either
back
one,
in
but-
and fry it.
But I'm saying
know
you
what's
could
so
just do
funny?
a soft boiled egg, bread it, fry it. That'd be good.
See, I feel like 4 is a lot, but as soon as somebody brings deviled eggs, I could easily eat 8 of those halves, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't eaten
'cause they're
today
split
either.
up, they look
It's like
smaller.
the only thing I eat, so it's like
Right. All right. So show us what
That's
y'all
massive.
drinking out there. Sherry, what are you drinking?
I got an iced coffee.
I have 0 ice because we actually have no ice in my house right now. So this is warm. You got a nice coffee. What are you drinking, Dominic? Oh, it looks strong with that face.
So, no, I'm at Houston's dad's, and they have this whole cabinet to the right of me, and I saw this black raspberry, and I mixed it with this vanilla vodka,
Ooh.
and I thought I
And?
would have to put, I'm liking it. I was like, do I need to add like a soda? But
Right. Ooh. That sounds yummy.
I'll try to
What do you
sip
got,
it.
Des?
I'll try not to go too crazy too early.
Okay. Who cares?
Well, it's already late
you're on
for you
vacation.
too, right?
Yeah,
It's
party,
like
party.
9 o'clock,
Yes. Yes, yes.
so
yes.
it's past drinking hour.
Oh no, here it's all day, every day.
So yeah, they're on a wedding vacation.
No, I meant like we usually wait, or not me.
Oh yeah.
You guys wait till like 7, but it's already 9 your time, so technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have been drinking 2 hours ago. Kira's got a Stella. Better save some for tomorrow, Mom. All right, Des, what are you
Trying
using in your cup? Monster? Red Bull?
Yeah, gold small.
Gold. They don't. There's no flavor, just color.
Actually, I'll look. I think that it does just say gold though.
No, when you showed me that one time when I was there, I was looking for
They're
a
all
flavor.
colors.
But I get it, because I mean, that,
No,
hey, that kind of goes.
The teal color can, it says Fiesta on it. So this one just says Ultra Gold.
Ultra gold. So that's kind of like Emmeline, right? Doesn't she see scents by color?
In
Yeah.
color, yeah.
There you go.
Wow. So Emmeline created monster drinks.
That's what she did after she got out of the city. She worked for Monster.
Okay. So she didn't go back.
End of story. We're done with the night.
She didn't go back to the Cove, huh? That's it. Y'all know the secret now.
Who else is on with us?
Yeah, say hello. Don't be shy.
Well, do we have a?
I was pulling up the discussion for.
Oh, good. I know I didn't post because I forgot to because I was busy with other things. But
Are we? But are we gonna? Is this a giveaway night?
this is a giveaway night. So as of right now, you guys need to start.
Let us know if you want
about
it.
to see a giveaway that Sherry alone is about to get.
Type in your name so we know who you are.
Yeah. Say hello. Don't just stalk us.
Yeah. Or
No,
just stalk
like
us and then
stalk
we
us.
can,
Or-
or we can keep the gift.
I mean, if you're gonna stalk us, you might as well.
Tosh is gonna be like, no, it's mine.
What?
The raffle.
Oh my God, this raffle item made me cry.
Hi, Shannon.
Wow. Can't wait.
Why are you crying?
I'll show you why when we bring it up. I will read you the quote of when
Am I
I
gonna cry?
started falling apart. Hi,
I
Shannon.
cried yesterday.
She said,
Dominique's like, I'm wearing
I'm
makeup.
awesome.
Don't make me cry.
Shannon, you better win it tonight, girl. You're going to love this. I'm not kidding. The giveaway for this week, epic. Epic.
I hate how I've gotten older and I get more emotional. Like I was crying yesterday at the wedding.
Yeah.
You've known her since she was like little.
Yeah, like she's just had such a her teenage years, you know. So I got to see her and then the change and just amazing change. She was like a crazy strong woman, like unbelievable.
Aww.
And it was.
I kind of want you
deeply-
to give us a sneak peek of yesterday. Kind of. Look, don't let anybody see you, and you just show us how gorgeous it was.
I'll pop on some photos.
Yeah.
Were the girls in the wedding?
They were. Inara was the junior bridesmaid, and then Samus and Coco were flower girls.
Aww.
Samus, at the very last minute, froze. And so the maid of honor was like, okay, well, she needs to go. Can't leave her behind. So she just picks her up and walks her down, or
Aww.
carries her down, I should say. A lot of things kind of just happened on a whim, but everything was perfect. It was, cold but beautiful.
I have never gotten to go to like a oh no. I haven't.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Desiree was the
destination.
only destination wedding that I went to. And that was we
I didn't.
traveled out to Florida for her wedding and had it on the beach. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't get invited, so I don't know what that's like.
Mm. Nobody did.
Y'all knew about it.
Yeah, but nobody came.
Everyone said they could not make it
Yeah.
because we had to move the date up by 3 weeks.
Because Manny was getting deployed.
No, not deployed. He'd come back from deployment. He was retraining. It was in between retraining and going out of state for the rest of his retraining for SEER up north. And so by the time he got back, we then had to move in like 30 days. I think by the time he got back, and the day
you
we
guys
left,
were
we had
moving.
3
I
weeks
forgot about
from
that.
when he came back to pack the entire house to Diddy up to Arkansas.
Okay, so you were moving. That's all you could have said.
Yeah.
Please. So look at her dress.
Beautiful.
And
Let me
you said it was what outside?
40.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Shannon. Winner, winner. Look at this.
Ooh.
Look at this. A destination wedding.
I've been to Puerto Vallarta. That's very nice.
I have not gotten to. How many people came to your wedding? Since it was a travel wedding. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Like,
And how, like, what I'm also curious, what was the time frame you give people to have to travel a far distance time? Like 3 weeks? 1 week? I am in Connecticut right now.
Yes.
It was, so last week when we looked at the weather, it said 90 degrees. And then switched up. I think I'd rather be cold than sweaty though at a wedding.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
My
yeah.
problem is the cold sweats on
Yeah.
top of that.
Was there dancing?
Oh, was there dancing?
Yes. See, that's why you need it cold, so you could like get hot and then like you feel good.
I mean, everything was inside though, where we were hot, and then we went outside to the cold to cool down.
Perfect. Oh man, it's like club days. We need to get to a club, ladies.
Dude, I felt like I was at a club last night.
All right.
So is there a picture of you at the wedding?
Let's see. I just have a shared album right now.
A picture of Dominique at the wedding.
12 is
That's
a
what
good
I
number
wanna
of
see.
people to travel for a wedding. That's pretty nice.
Let's see.
I bet the weather was like perfect.
12 people were at the wedding? Or that's how long
Traveled
she
to-
gave them notice?
That's 12-ish
12
people.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'd asked 2 things, so I didn't know which one.
Oh my goodness, that's exciting. I love talking.
I always
about
thought it
that.
would be fun to get married on a cruise ship. And then that way, right after the wedding ceremony, your honeymoon, like your island hopping, like through the Caribbean or wherever, you know what I mean? Like, how fun would that be?
Anniversary.
It could be like a love cruise theme. What was that show? Love
Yeah,
Boat.
the Love Boat.
Love Boat.
Have
That
like
honestly,
song
12 is a
playing.
nice intimate. Desiree had something around that number as well, between like the adults and her kids.
out.
So
Yeah, get out. Get out.
look, she's gonna count it just
Things
to.
in here. I put your crown over there. Get out.
It was 5 adults
Close it.
I have no photos
plus
right now.
Emmanuel and I. So there was 7 adults and 4 kids.
See,
So, yeah, 11.
I said around that much.
Well, I was just
Very
curious.
intimate.
So I did the math in my head.
What? All I said was it was around that much.
So should we replay our intro to show the people
Oh,
on
yeah.
what they're going to be seeing?
You guys that are
you were
late.
on
You
late.
guys,
You missed our badass intro that she spent all this time creating.
for what? For you guys to miss it?
Yeah, for you guys to just say, "Oh, I can be on later. I won't miss anything." You missed something. You missed something.
We're gonna play it now.
Yeah, but hold on. You got to move the brand.
So this is what you guys will see from now on if you make it on time. You guys
If
ready?
you do.
Here we go.
The signs say no.
We're the only badass novel bitches around.
Oh, there we go.
If I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to like, there you go.
I'm so excited for this! Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
we all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with like a
Oh my god, what an exciting adventure. We've got her with us tonight. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you so much.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Love
There it is.
it.
I'll have to share photos next week. Can't find
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Show us next week because I want to see what you wore and how gorgeous you looked, like you always do.
Oh. But yeah, that's the intro, guys. There we go.
I love it. You did such a good job. I think it's adorable and it's perfect for us.
Thank
Cute.
you.
Duh. Cute. Love it.
It would have been done sooner, but I really needed to get that bit of Desiree with the so excited. That's
Yeah.
what I was having issues with downloading it,
Oh no.
but I finally got it. So
I love that we're all basically,
I
still
love it.
in your childhood town for the most part, right? We all grew up right. You know what I wonder is if any of us like crossed paths or went to school at the same time. That'd be funny.
oh, I'm sure we were like at Pacific Diner together at one time.
Right.
Right?
The Rebels.
Or Rebels.
Omelet and waffle. What was it called back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day?
Yeah, I'm a waffle.
Omelet waffle.
It was always
Hey.
omelet and waffle.
Yeah, they have cute little pepper shakers now of the omelet and waffle.
That's cute.
I haven't been there in so long, but I remember that my elementary school third grade teacher worked there for a time being. They like asked for her help, like she knew them somehow, and they asked for her help. And I remember going to eat there once, and she was working there, and she had to service, and it like felt weird. But I was like, it was so good to see her. This was like a decade later, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was kind of cute too. I got to actually like see her.
They turned the whole parking area off the back of the restaurant to covered outdoor seating now. And it was packed today when I drove by. Like
No
it's
way.
really cool. It's like a big open white canopy and
Love
there's just a bunch of seating out there. It's really cool.
Oh, I love it. And honestly, so here's the thing about COVID. I am enjoying that now all these restaurants that didn't used to have outdoor seating now have this outdoor option because most of them are keeping their permanent like outdoor structures.
Yeah,
And
like the ones on
now-
6th Street are really cool.
Now they can handle like a larger capacity between indoor and outdoor, but also you have so many more, and they're not just sitting in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They take care of you. They're taking care of you for sure.
yeah. So let's see. We told everyone 6 months in advance. Most got there a couple days prior, mostly friends, couple relatives. A big party. Perfect. Sounds wonderful to me. That's how I would do it next time. Next time.
Right.
Kidding.
We were talking about omelet waffle.
Yeah. Omelet and waffle. Yum. I kind of miss waffles.
Yeah, like that.
now.
Like I think they have a little motto like where old friends meet or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, if you ever come to town, we'll go have some omelets and some waffles. I'll make it a cheat day. Oh man, I'm down. I want some waffles right now.
Okay, real quick. I know we were staying off topic, but back to omelet waffle. That was like my when I was pregnant. It was the worst thing ever. They're ice cream waffles.
Ice cream waffles.
Yes.
Dominique, you are completely frozen. We cannot hear you at all.
What am I doing?
You're
Well-
just frozen.
Yeah. Pacific
I
Diner
like
was
that
like
frozen
my
face.
go-to.
It's super cute.
Houston.
Yeah. Pacific Diner. Yep. See, that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Pacific Diner.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple things. One, I'm going
Is your
to.
phone near me?
What did she say?
Oh,
She's talking to Houston.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's just
check back.
let's just do that.
Go back.
Okay.
Okay. So first, we will start jumping into the book in just a minute, so we can cover kind of our finale, our final week, our final chapters, which
So
got very
sad.
good. So sad. Anyway, and then so for our bingo game, I've decided we're going to kind of play it once a month and just let it play out. And so what I'm going to do is this coming week, I will send everyone new bingo cards so that everybody has like a fresh start, can start at the same time. And then first bingo in June is going to get a prize. So I will send out new cards to everybody this week, and look out for those. I'm going to send them in a PM or whatever you call it, Facebook Messenger. And so keep your eyes peeled for those. Tonight's our giveaway, so we will announce that toward the end, and then I will give you guys the moment when I decided, oh, look, there were 2 of them. Yay! She's back.
If I come and go, just ignore it, and I'll get up to speed.
That's like what I should have done last weekend, but I didn't. I should have just gone off and texted everybody, but, well, you know. Anyways, all right. So everybody finished this week their reading. How do you guys feel now about having finished this book?
I hope that there is a sequel.
I would love a sequel. I would really like to find out if, like, in the future, she recreates her dad's machine.
Did she say there is a sequel?
No.
No,
Oh,
that was Beth, the previous
okay.
book.
You said you wish there was. Okay. I am content with the way it ended.
Yeah, content. It's just, it'd be cool if we got like a little bit more, but.
Well, the epilogue, the letter, is that she's talking to her child?
Yes.
Right.
So we know that, like, not a you know, some people like write a good letter to their future child, but there is a child, I assuming. What do you guys gather?
Well, I read it as if she's writing it to her kid, like she has a child.
Oh, what did she say? Little fishy?
Little fish. Yeah.
Little fish. Like that was cute.
That was cute. I got the impression that she was just like writing to her little fish, her daughter, later. And, well, we find out that her mom kind of never really does more than she ever did, but.
She could have been pregnant when she wrote it.
Or something like that, yeah.
You know?
I can see that.
Oh, maybe. Like she's just writing to her future baby. And
right.
Calling him little fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I read the book, I felt it was just okay. Then as I read it again with this group, I liked it a bit better. It's interesting. I always kind of wondered about like reading and rereading with a group of people and if it actually made a difference. So this kind of answers that for me.
Well, yeah. And that's why I do enjoy reading books with you guys and everybody else, is because I get to see things I may have missed, and then I will go back into it with a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even just the way you read it and you see it in your mind's eye, and then you get the way someone else kind of interprets it. It's kind of cool to be like, ooh, I didn't think of that. You know? Yeah, you're right. It makes it a lot of fun.
That's what's one of my questions. Is I'm not sure if it was answered in the book or not, so I wanted to bring that up afterwards, after we got through everybody else's topics.
Yeah, very interesting. So do we want to, what else do we have? I like the ending, but I totally get why she had to write the epilogue. Yeah, she needed the epilogue because I really feel like it left way too many questions and like things that I felt personally should have just been in the ending. So I'm glad that she added that.
Yeah.
You know, let's see. I thought Erica said that it was a long letter to her unborn baby. Oh, she did say something like that, didn't she? God,
well, there you go.
Y'all are such good listeners. I'm not a good one. You guys know that.
It's not about listening. It's about remembering.
Retaining.
Oh, reading comprehension. Yeah, but this is like comprehension. Like I just. Anyways,
I didn't remember it.
Thanks, Nina.
I remember now. Now that the epilogue at all, so I was kind of scanning it really fast.
Right. Wait, you didn't read the epilogue?
No, I actually went and looked because I did the audio book because it was a lot easier for me to listen, especially when I was driving down and back.
and it didn't include the epilogue.
No, I went back and I checked it, so I'm assuming that I was just tired at that point and didn't realize that it was the epilogue part of it. So I
But
didn't.
figured you were done with the book.
Yeah, so I just didn't. I didn't listen. I don't know. So I'm just reading it really fast.
Oh, you go right on ahead.
It's quick.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. I thought it was cute that we got a little bit of closure. She never says where she ends up. That's kind of something that I personally want to know, because it might, I think all of us want to know. Does she go back to the island? Does she go back to the cove? You know, does she kind of do a back and forth of anywhere? What does she do?
Didn't she say somewhere in there that she was ready to go home?
Yeah, I thought they were going back, but he just
ready to go home
going...
in that moment. But where did she end up?
But didn't she say something about his dad, and he basically said it wouldn't be a problem? So to me, they're going to the cove, but I do think they will end up on the island.
Yes.
Yes. But see, that's just it. She never says that that's where they go.
But maybe that's better that way, because then you can write your own ending.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I know is there is one part of the book where I held my breath the entire time I read it, and I thought I was going to pass out at the end of the
Share it right now.
Okay. Let me share it. Ready?
Yes.
This is Dramatic Readings by Adriana.
Fuck yeah.
He made a scent paper of you, you know, Renee said. The first time he saw you, he made sure to put it in a bottle right away, even gave it its own color of wax, so he'd never open it by mistake. Don't ever think you weren't loved, Emmeline. What color? I asked. What? The wax. He shrugged. I can't remember. Blue, maybe? I saw the bottle flying through the air, falling towards the water, and in the almost silent whoosh of it, I could hear the cracking of my heart. Died.
Oh.
I think I read that without breathing, like, because I just knew something was coming.
Same.
And it broke my heart.
Well, see, and that's
like clicked. It was like, oh shit.
I feel like there's been a handful of times reading the book, like you start reading it and you just know where it's going, and you're like, no.
I never saw that one coming, because it's
Well,
like,
no, not until I started reading it.
Yeah, because it's like, even though we knew that the dad was so consumed with these scent bottles, it made more sense as to why he jeopardized himself to catch that one bottle. It wasn't just he was trying to save his bottles. It was that particular bottle. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Killed me.
He needed to keep her scent. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you ever lost somebody and then lost something that was sentimental to you from them?
Yeah.
And it feels like now you lost a piece of that person that you're never going to get back. Like so that was heart-wrenching, you know?
That was a
crazy.
very interesting take on that bottle. I was kind of wondering if we would ever find it out. And I'm really glad that he knew, because there was no other way, you know, for her to find that out without someone having known, you know, him at the time. And obviously it wasn't going to be her mom. Her mom didn't really want to give all of those kinds of answers, and certainly nothing positive that had anything to do with her father. So I thought it was really great that it came from him. And I was like, oh, that was his purpose. And so he fulfilled it. And I was really happy about that part. But it was so tough to read, though.
Because you just could feel how she was feeling.
Yeah.
Yes. To get that answer, to know, like, why he leapt after it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That it wasn't. It was about her. It was saving her in his.
Yeah. In his
mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Aww, that was very sweet. Thank you for that dramatic reading, because that was quite dramatic. I have one later toward the end that I'll get to. But let's see. Desiree wrote, I really like this book. Love Em and Fisher together and on the tiny island. At the back of our book, we have discussion questions, so I'm going to pull one from there. At one point, Emmeline comes to understand her father has been revealing his past through stories. What do you think he'd been trying to tell her?
Well, I think it was the story of their history, right?
Yeah.
The Nightingale machine, you know, the what was the other one that they referred to that had to do with like her basically in the tower and stuff like that. Like all of that just had to do with their their
Mhm.
story.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Like he
Yeah. I
never
think that-
outright ever said it to her, but
Yeah.
he had been telling her this whole time. Like, you
Yeah,
lied
in
to
his
me.
own way. Mhm.
She's like, you lied to me. He's like, no, I was sharing it with you this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way that he felt, was appropriate for her age, but also, just in a more fun way than I guess most people get stories about their lives. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed how he did that as well. And I do feel the same thing that, he obviously was telling their history, his history, her mother and father's history from before she was born, things like that. And I think that it was a really cute way to end up doing it. We were always wondering, like, who is Jack the Scent Hunter? Is he John? Is he her father? And so it was kind of cool to get a little bit more information on that. And it wasn't
Mhm.
just that Jack wasn't only her father, but like kind of everyone in the story. So
Yeah.
a little bit of her, a little bit of her mom, a little bit of the machine. There was kind of a little bit of everything. So that was neat.
Yeah.
I liked that. How did you guys feel about that part? That's what I'd like to know. Ladies out there, do tell.
Share.
Share.
You sounded like the blonde witch from Hocus Pocus just then.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys saw that the sequel is being filmed and it's going to be out
really?
next year?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Bitches, can we dress up like that for Halloween? I'm just saying.
I'm done.
Yeah.
For our Halloween live. Oh, shit.
We need to dress up and go see it in a theater like that.
Definitely. Desiree sewing our costumes?
That's fine. I'll get you a curtain panel that you can use for mine. And
I'll roll an old couch up to you and you can just rip it off and rock it around.
that's it.
That was basically there.
Add a little beading and that's it.
Oh my God, that'd be fun.
And I'll take a vacuum with me.
Yeah. Bring her hot tea. Okay. It's so fun. Did anybody read their sequel?
No.
No.
Only
Did
one of
you?
my kids did.
No, I have it, but I didn't read it. I think I might read it just in case, because I know that like they're gonna do the sequel, so maybe I'll read it and see if it's like the same as the book.
Man, do you want to read it before or after? You don't want to mess up.
No, I'm gonna read it before. Totes.
Okay.
Like I have so much time to read,
Right.
Right.
Alright. So
It's a
what
mess.
else we got?
Adriana writes. Other Adriana.
Oh, I was like, what the hell did I write? Okay.
Adriana
Just take the
Lambie.
credit.
Yeah. Maybe she's Adriana and you're just
Oh.
on.
Well, that's my name too, but
So, well.
I just don't pronounce it that way when I go out.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
She writes, I have to say the book grabbed me at the halfway point and would not let me go. But now I'm like, no, that can't be it. I want more. Does she save her mom? Do they go back to the cove, to the island? Does she get her gift back? So she did not get the epilogue in the book that she got. So I did send it to her so that she could read it. So it only slightly answered some of those questions. Did she go to the cove or the island? We're thinking cove. Does she stay there? We don't know. Does she get her gift back? I would imagine she does when she's back where she should be.
Yeah.
Just a personal one. Like she was losing it the longer she was where she shouldn't have been. She was losing herself.
Right.
So that was going to be.
Go ahead.
Oh no, that was going to be my question. I was talking about was her gift. As we obviously saw loss, but at the one point when she's going through the mom's perfumes, they start speaking, right? In a sense,
they whisper to her. Yeah.
They whispered. Now I was trying to gather. I wanted to know, like, if other people, what they gathered from that. Was it that all the other scents were purposely being quiet so that she would just hear what she needed to hear, like just gravitate towards that?
Maybe. I think that she was losing her abilities because it was being used for profit. You see what I'm saying? She got into the business aspect of it, and that's where she started to lose because the importance behind the scents weren't there anymore. It was a different it was a different way to use it. When she came into her mom's room, though, those scents told the story of her mom's past, the life with her dad, everything. And so I think that's when it started to like come back, because now it had meaning behind it. That's how I took it.
And then you said using it for business, and then I don't know what she said. Since coming to the city, however, we'd use those skills differently to predict weakness to win. It brought out the worst in us, as well as those around us. And that was like that to me. It was something short, but that was like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Now you know why. Yeah. Why did she lose it? That's why, because she was using it improperly. She lost herself. She lost the reason behind what she was taught from her father from day one, you know, and he didn't teach her to do it to fuck people. That's not why. Right. And that's what she was learning how to do with her mother, unfortunately.
And she was starting to enjoy it.
She was no longer enjoying it. I think that could be said for so many things that people go through in life. You know, when you get to the point where you no longer enjoy something and you're just doing it for the money, or you're just doing it because it's your job, or you're, you know, just doing it because you hope that it's going to turn into something else. But, you know, sometimes I think that people lose sight of, you know, the reason they started something. And so obviously she did too.
Yeah.
But I do think that based on the final experience with the scents on the walls from her mom's room, that she was able to kind of find her way back. Yes, Anna.
I don't know. I feel like the whole thing with her mom,
she didn't have the right purpose. Right.
A part of me was happy that she found her mom and she got to have that closure.
Yeah.
And then another part but then I was also very happy that she decided to distance herself from her. Like, she saw her for her true colors. And I think had she not had the encounter with her mom and went through all of that, she would never have truly understood the importance of what her dad taught her. And understand how much of a gift it truly is, and understand these abilities that she really has. Because for her, this was her everyday. This was what she knew. This is how she was raised. So when you get taken out of that environment and you come to see that what you have is an ability that people don't have, that this is not a normal thing, you become to appreciate it more. And I think that was the whole purpose of why she had to have that encounter with her mom and go through that situation. But I'm glad that in the end, she knew it was important to kind of get away from that.
No, because she wouldn't have appreciated, especially about how the kids treated her for having that gift.
Oh yeah.
They scrutinized her, and it was like something she did not want to be connected to at all. So I mean, meeting her mom, she did find I don't know, being okay in society with that gift, or if you will, or not caring what those.
Well, she got to kind of find her way. She got to grow up and find that sometimes what you think is a flaw or a deterrent to others could end up being like your greatest accomplishment, or your you know, most beautiful part of yourself. And so she did need to, like you said, go through those experiences to find that, because it is quite beautiful what she could do. I don't think she lost her gift, but her passion for it. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think it was coincidence. Hold on. That she lost that passion when she found Fisher. That's interesting. Sorry. I didn't even think about that.
I think Fisher helped her come back to who she was. You know what I mean? Because that was her, you know, that was her heart from the Cove. That was her good memories from the island. That took her back to who she was and what she really knows. And so that when she finally reconnected with him, that was her kind of getting that missing puzzle piece to be like, hold on, something's not right.
Well, I think it was equal to both of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was exciting to see like how she saw him coming back to himself.
Yeah. In like the small ways.
Yeah.
They felt good to read.
Yeah.
I was nervous when he talked about, the temper issues and how he was always kind of looking for a fight. And I was like, oh my God, like, please don't follow in your dad's footsteps, So
That
I
scared
was
me.
happy to see that at that dinner, he controlled himself, took himself out of the situation, you know what I mean? And
I
stuck
was
up for himself
so
too.
like proud of him in that moment.
Yeah.
Like if you could be proud of a character, like I
Yeah.
was so proud of him right then. And he said like, I promised you I wouldn't be that person anymore, and that's how I could keep that promise to you.
She said that kiss was that
Good
she was like, that kiss was not what I shouldn't use the word threat. That kiss wasn't a whatever, it was a promise.
Yes, I'm keeping this promise, and I'll see you
Yeah.
later. So I thought that was so good.
Yeah.
We wanted her to know her true self. I agree. And like she's like Adriana said, that she had to kind of go back to those old parts of herself to be able to find it again. And she had to do it through him, and he had to, do it through her. Very cool. Very cool. What was the next thing? Teresa has a comment here. We'll pop hers up. Let's see. Okay. I just want to share a sensory experience. This is a tough one. So she may not be on with us, but I'm going to go ahead and read it for her. All right. A dear friend passed May 15th. I stole one of his shirts because I wanted his scent. His scent was his aftershave, Ocean Breeze. Unfortunately, his shirt smelled like his laundry soap. So I thought maybe he had not worn it. I gingerly stuck my scent finder nose into the shirt's armpit area. Whoa! I don't remember that scent. He hid it well. I gave it to a friend of his, the shirt. So I stole his cigarettes and a lit one just to think about him. I don't smoke it. I just wanted to share. I did know that Teresa lost someone very close to her very recently. And so I know that that's been difficult. And obviously she decided to share a little bit about that. So thank you. And it was really cool that you were able to share your sensory experience about that loss with all of us. So thank you, because that was quite a private moment that you shared with us, and you really didn't have to, but I appreciate it. So I think that we all have been through times when we wanted to keep the scent, like Adriana said, of someone who's passed, and you kind of, you do everything you can to keep that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually have my dad's, I think it's a Champion jacket, like zip up in my closet, and it's sprayed with his cologne.
Oh,
and
wow.
so every so often I'll just go in there and grab it and smell the neck. And then I have my Build-A-Bear that my sister gave us for Christmas, and it's all sprayed with his cologne too. And it has his voice.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Well, I'm so sorry that you had to lose someone that you cared so much about recently, Teresa. I know that that's difficult. And Adriana, we all know that last year was hard for you, but
yeah,
I'm glad that you're able to, think about it and talk about it and have, like she said, kind of a sensory experience with that, and it be positive now.
It helps, because sometimes you miss them so bad that just a memory or just a thought is not enough. So to be able to touch something like today, I was going through, I have a picture I'm going to share later that goes with like what we're going to talk about. And I found this little satchel bag, and I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't remember what was in it. And it was a clipping of his hair that we got, and so it was like, just to have a moment to touch a part of him, you know what I mean? Or to smell him like that, it helps.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, but you said it. It's about having a moment, another moment.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And having another this moment, because this is long ago, but like when my grandma passed away when I was little, I was able to make a phone call to like her message machine for a good bit of time, so I would call it, just to hear her voice, and then it got disconnected, and I couldn't do that anymore. But it was like I just needed that moment, to have some kind of connection.
That's something that that I also kind of remember fondly. It's like, when you lose grandparents and stuff, there's certain parts of their voices that, like, you'll never forget. And for me, it's always going to be their laughters. And so for both of my grandparents on my dad's side, I remember both their laughs like vividly. And once in a while, you know, you hear someone who has a very similar laugh out in public and it just touches you in such a good place, you know? Or when you are walking around and you smell someone's cologne or aftershave and it's them or perfume and it's them and you're like, oh my God, I smell them. Who is that? And you like kind of look around because you want to know who is this person. Smells so loving and brings back all these memories for you. And you're like, was it you?
You're like, why do you smell like my dad?
Can you come back?
Going back to my grandma, what freaked me out was, so my grandma passed away when I was like middle school. And then I met her sister, you know, shortly after, but it didn't register. And then I came to the East Coast. It was, I don't know, 6 years ago, and I met her again. And then hearing her talk, she sounded so much like my grandma, like almost freaked me out. Like I almost didn't want to be around her. It was like,
right, like it was too much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm learning to understand that I don't feel guilty for having my moments.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like you I guess I felt like I had a time that I was supposed to grieve in, and then you kind of are supposed to get on with your everyday, and that's not the case. No. And I drive by the cemetery on my way to work every day because that's just my route. And I say hi to my dad every day. The kids say hi to Nono every time we drive by. And there's always a point in the day where I shed a tear for my dad. And I felt like, oh, like what is wrong with me? Why am I not getting over this? Or am I just being way too sensitive about it? And I'm like, no, fuck this. Like, I'm going to allow myself to feel what I feel. And if I have to smell his jacket 20 times a day, I will. Or if I'm just having a day where it hits me harder, that's okay. And if I have a day that I don't cry, that's okay. So I'm learning that I'm not going to allow myself to feel guilty for having those feelings and having to like embrace those scents and those different things. You know what I mean?
You can grieve as long as you want and need. Go, girl. Tell her. Exactly. Tell her. You know what's funny is they say that, and this is kind of a funny thing. Not funny. Stop it. Pop it down.
I'm trying.
There you go. I was hitting it. Anyways, what I was going to say is that they say that when a child experiences trauma, any kind of trauma, it doesn't matter, trauma is trauma. For the amount of years they experienced it, they need double that with a positive, healing, good environment to be able to work through it and get to a good place. So let's just say that in the opposite sense, you have an incredible life with someone, an entire lifetime, you know, 37 years with someone. It likely is going to take another 37 years for you to stop thinking about that loss, like in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know, but up until that point, grief is not linear, like she's saying here, and you can do it as long as you want to and need to. And in the meantime, you've got all the rest of us. And by the way, I see Dino every time I drive by too. He's the only person I know at that cemetery.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else there. So he's the only
one.
So
is that similar to like weight loss? Like you gained it in 9 months, so it takes 18 months to get it off. Like mom always said that to me. So that's what I've always
Well, that's not true. Because it took me like 20 something years to put all my weight on last time, and it took me like 4 months to get it off.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Still working on it, and he's about to be 6. So
yeah. Wow. Oh, I mean, it came back, but I'm just saying.
It's no longer baby weight. It's no longer baby weight.
It went on vacation.
It's no longer baby weight.
First of all, my baby is 60 months. It is still baby weight.
You shut your mouth.
It is. She is 60 months.
Mine is like 177 and shit. Anyway. Okay, so since we're talking about this, I would like to ask you guys all, what are some of your favorite childhood scents. Specifically childhood. So we're going to say up to, high school. Some of your favorite. Maybe even when you're just young and you remember. For me, one of them is picking lemons off a lemon tree. And Des and I creating little lemonade stands from them, and then getting in trouble because the lemon tree was never our grandmother's to begin with. It was the neighbors, but she yelled at them about it because their shit was overgrown into her yard. And she's like, as long as it's on my side, I'll pick it. And you're lucky.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hell
Your
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
It's on your
So
side.
that was one of my favorites, is that scent specifically.
Ooh.
Ooh, Shannon,
That's
that
a
is
good
like
one.
the scent of Peugeot, by the way.
Okay, there's
Yes.
actually that reminds me of a scent that I do remember. It was like came in a little white bottle. It was the bullfrog. It was like this
Bullfrog.
but it was like a
Yes.
small white bottle, and the smell was so like strong. But it was like
Yeah.
it wasn't
The
that
smell of summer.
but it was because I've tried honestly to try to find that same bullfrog to get that smell back because I loved it. I'm gonna see if I can find the bottle right now.
Watch,
Oh
somebody's
my
gonna sell it on
gosh.
eBay. You could get it.
Let's see.
Lily of the Valley
Ooh.
on the Valley. Those smell so amazing too. You're right.
That's my
Des,
birth flower.
So when I think of like my childhood,
Mhm.
it's Peruvian food, because that would be my dad cooking in the kitchen, and he always made like homemade pesto. He would make the pesto spaghetti with the breaded steak.
Mhm.
So like that smell of like cumin and pesto. And then Chanel number 5, because every time my mom picked me up from school, I would run to her, and that's her smell.
Yeah. And
The
Chanel number
pasarate,
5
yeah,
was in our story. How funny was
Yeah.
that when you read it, right?
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's on his mom.
yeah.
Even
And
I
then the
did.
pasarate reminds me of Nana. That's Christmas Eve morning from ever since I can remember.
Yeah.
And then Busy Bee sandwiches, like walking into Busy Bee, that smell.
Oh
So
yeah.
my great grandmother had a house on the corner of Busy Bee up 3, right? And when she passed away, my aunt lived there. So during the summer, we would go and set up a stand on the corner and sell like same thing, like lemonade or little candies, and all the contractors would buy from us, and we would take our money and then go to Busy Bee and buy torpedoes.
Oh, that's so good. I love that. That's so fun.
So I think those are my 4 main ones. Yeah.
Those are good. The cinnamon bread from a bakery that was at Portugal a million years ago. Girl, I don't know what it's called, but I have that scent memory too.
But also,
Ooh,
Portugal is
Shannon.
gone. Have you been
So-
back? Is gone.
Yeah, Shannon, have you been back?
Shannon, do you remember DeCarlo's Bakery?
Oh,
Remember that
one on
smell?
Gaffey?
Oh, that.
And you go into the market right there to get like your shit.
All
I
of Gaffey
love-
smelled like the Carla Bakery. All
Oh
of
my
it.
god, it was so good.
So
That just that bread in the air.
Ooh.
wood stove fresh tortillas. Honestly,
Bomb.
yeah, I still all of
Please.
us, I think we still put all of our tortillas on the fire
Yeah. Please tell me you put butter on those right away.
immediately.
Like melted butter. Oh, ooh.
But it's got to
right
be
to
dripping
that.
off, because if it's not dripping out of the tortilla,
Yes.
there's not enough.
Yeah, like
And it's
fill
not
your
enough
hand.
butter. Yep.
Yeah, I made the mistake when Desiree was here to not let it like overflow into her hand like a waterfall, and she was like, "You didn't do it right," and I was like,
You're right.
You gotta
She
take
said,
the
"I
whole
don't want to
stick.
use all my butter."
and you
That's what
just
she
rub
said.
it. Yeah.
"Yeah, I didn't want to use up all my butter." I was like, "Bitch, you don't get the whole stick, okay?"
Yeah. You wrap the tortilla around the stick of butter.
Oh my god, I'm down.
She would look.
Look, that shit is keto. I'm down.
Butter burrito.
Yeah,
A
you
Yeah.
gotta let
burrito
them know,
and a
"Oh,
low-carb
I'm
tortilla,
keto. I
that's
can't be
keto."
having a heart attack because I'm keto. We have a high fat
That's
diet.
not a
Okay.
heart attack, because your keto is using your fat as fuel, so you burn it off either way. So just eat it,
Oh, there
burn
you
it for
go.
fuel,
Yeah.
and
you're
it's just like
I
Eat
might
that
have
on
to
your
do a
hike.
artery check. So
Ooh,
the
what?
smell of the
lumber mill.
lumber mill and spilled coffee in my dad's car. Let me tell you about the lumber mill. Ah!
we talked about this already.
Yes. So Desiree and I driving up to the cabin, they had a pencil mill and we could smell it miles down the road. But driving up, we'd roll down our windows and try to be the first person who could smell the pencil mill on the way, because we knew that right after the pencil mill, it was just a couple minutes up the road was the cabin. So I totally understand that. And spilled coffee, why is that such a dad scent? Like, I got that too. I like that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
Sorry.
is.
sorry, I wanted
know
to
who
see this
clicked
one.
it.
Pipe tobacco and smoke. My dad and grandpa smoked them when I was little. You know what's so funny is when you hate it when you're a kid, but then like you miss that smell and you love it as an adult. You like want someone to just like light up a like pipe tobacco or a cigar or something again. Ugh.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is that our kids, when my kids, what scent they picture me or Houston. I'd like to know now so that I can maybe
That would be cool to ask him.
preserve that in some way.
Yes. That would be super fun, as if you could like bottle your own scent.
My
Create-
kids
Or,
would
like,
probably
or-
say
or
some
just
kind
know
of
what it is.
essential oil.
Yeah. Desiree smells like thieves.
There you go.
There you go.
And I'm
They
not
got
kidding because Desiree and I use the same laundry soap, but it's always different,
different.
when she's there. It's always
is.
different. And it's because she adds a teeny little capful of thieves. And I don't know what it is, but it's such like a heartwarming smell for me. Not that I like you or anything, but it is a good smell. I know that like it's my sister's smell. It's
But
a laundry soap mixed with thieves, always.
But like even with the laundry soap, because like what I was saying, how before I used to preserve Houston's shirts while he was away, and I knew what detergent he used, and it wasn't about, and they say it in the book that it's the smells combining with your scent.
Yeah.
You
your
know,
body
like
chemistry.
so
Yep.
when his shirts didn't smell anymore, I would use his detergent, and it was not the
Not
same
the same
at all.
No. Everyone's pH and like you said, body chemistry is just different. So
Yeah.
this is funny. Perfumes from growing up. This is a fun one because CK1. Oh my God. Did I not tell you guys that I smelled that at Starbucks the other day?
Yes.
Yeah.
I came to take my chair. I was like, I smelled like CK1
Yeah.
and I wanted to hug her.
Oh my God. Okay. Who remembers Love Spell from Victoria's Secret?
Oh my God. The Victoria's Secret
What
scent.
color was that bottle?
Purple. And it was
Okay.
I
like
didn't use that one.
the scent of teenage girls when we were in high school.
Yeah.
They all wore Love Spell. I smell it and I'm back in the hallway in high school in front of our locker.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
oh my God. Jesus Christ.
So I
butter on
do-
tortillas that came off the stove, girl. Yes, we are with you. That's what's going to happen at our retreat. It's just going to be like a
Tasha's not allowed to make it though, just me and Anna.
no.
Oh,
We'll just
I'm
bring
down.
a lot of butter. But yeah, fuck them. Let them burn their fingers and they can toast the shit out of it. We'll have like a stack of tortillas and like
I will
a stack
too.
of butters, and they could just sit there and like flip flop them for everyone, and we'll just like bomb.
So there was a moment in the book where I did feel like, oh, am I that person? Because the mom was describing like, I think a couple times of women that were around that were wearing just old perfume, but like perfume from like their college years or whatever. And like, oh, they and I'm like, I only wear one.
Yeah.
It's the one, my original one. And I'm like, am I that? But then again, she's like a bitch. So
Some people have a signature scent that's different.
Yeah.
It was really funny. I was like, I wonder what like she would say about all of us would be like our scent. You know, similarly to like then Fisher being able to pick out people's drinks. So I was like, okay, but what would he pick out for my drink? Because I like to drink a lot of different things in the same way that I don't actually wear the same perfume. My perfume changes with my mood. It is never the same. I'm not wearing the same scents that I used to back in the day. But if it did, it would be Vanilla Fields.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I loved the shit out of Vanilla Fields. So
I think my mom had that.
make it out here once a year, girl. You need to let us know, and we will have a get together. That'd be
Yes.
bomb.
Yes.
And
So
last year,
I
it's
miss
coming out this year.
the old school pink from Victoria's Secret. That was my shit
That was a good scent. Yeah.
for a while. And then I wore Heavenly for a little bit and I kind of got over that. But okay, I have to comment on this.
I was
So-
just about to.
Oh God. It's funny that you like that smell. So we were at my sister's house, and you know, my brother-in-law is Mexican. They're from Sinaloa. So she's roasting chilies to make salsa. Sean's knocked out in the living room at my grandma's house, and he wakes up and he's like gagging. He's like, "What the F is that scent?" Right? And so we're laughing, like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh my God, it's making me want to throw up." And I'm like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" So we figured it out. It was the chilies that were roasting, right? It's something about it, like that hard char, that smoke, something makes him nauseous. He walked from my grandmother's house to our house. He wouldn't even get in the car. He's like, "I need fresh air." When we finally got home, he made all of us take all of our clothes off at the front door. He would not let it in the house, and everything had to go straight into the laundry. We were dying.
So wait, you
were
were butt naked standing outside your front door. That's what you just said?
pretty much. Oh my God.
We got from that story.
We
died.
got booty shots.
Yeah, he cannot deal with that smell. It is so funny. He's so dramatic.
And green chili, well, not green chili. Let's just say any chilies roasting, peppers roasting, that's our mom's smell. That is going to forever be mom's smell. That's just, burning them and then sweating them and peeling the skin off. Oh, Mom, I love you.
So you guys are all talking about like good smells and,
love smell in her drawer.
You're talking about how he had a bad smell. So I have more bad smell memories than good. I think it's because my whole nose issue. Like good smells are softer,
Yeah.
I miss a lot, but I have this one story. It was embarrassing. So my grandpa was visiting from, where was he living at the time? Hawaii. And my Uncle Ladio, was visiting from the Philippines. And they went to Lancaster and bought a goat to barbecue. And so they start barbecuing this goat in the backyard.
You could smell it.
The whole neighborhood, the whole block was like a couple called us, or, "Hey, there's a smell coming from your house." My friends called, like, "Hey, like, what's going on?"
Oh my God. Everyone was like, there's some fucking death happening in your backyard. What is it?
And I was crying. I was in the house crying because there was nowhere to go.
Oh my God.
And they're like, "Try it." I'm like,
See,
and they wanted me to try it.
And then once you tried it, what?
No, I didn't try it. I couldn't. I was like, "How? Like, did you smell it? Like, no."
That's how I feel when dead animals are cooking now. It tastes good when you're a meat eater and it smells good when you're a meat eater. But when you've been off of it for so long, all you can smell is death. And they do say that for people who have a good sense of smell, that when an animal dies, if it's scared, it puts out a stinkier, nastier flavor than an animal that's not scared or is happier when they pass. But I can tell you right now, nobody has happy dead animals. I smell them all the time, unless bacon is always happy when it dies. So,
well, all my animals seem to have fallen asleep and died in their sleep naturally, happy as can be, because it don't smell when I cook it.
That's because you are not a vegetarian who doesn't regularly deal with that. If you don't taste it, you don't normally smell it, it's so different. But like, I go to restaurants and I'm like, I wish that smelled good, because I know if I were a meat eater, it would smell fucking amazing. But it is very rare. Barbecue is one way to like almost always have a good smell.
Like mask it.
But for me, I'm always like, I feel bad for this animal. It smells like it was very scared.
Well, did you ever see the
really
movie?
fast before I forget? Can I show you this? This is exactly what we're talking about right now with the way that animals smell.
What are we seeing? We need to turn that sound off.
Oh, is that Wagyu beef?
Yeah.
Hold on.
That was my burger. He had a facial and they gave him a massage.
You know about Wagyu, right?
Wow, they're cleaning his toenails and then they cook his ass. That's fucked up.
And then they cook
my dear.
You know what Wagyu is, right?
The Wagyu beef?
Well, yeah, you know how
the massaged.
You massage them daily and give them beer.
This is your Wagyu beef right there.
There it is.
Evidently.
Sorry, hopefully we don't get the video removed for that. I forgot that we couldn't have the sound.
This is the only reason right here that I would want to get COVID. I'm just saying. To not smell my teenager. Desiree, the hell are you eating now? Salad.
Oh yeah, salad with like everything after I sent my husband back multiple times to add all the fixins.
You know
So
what?
it's not a salad. It's a 4-course dinner that she just threw everything in a bowl.
Into one big.
And then put lettuce.
It's not a salad casserole. It's not a salad casserole. Shannon, I have to go back to this one. I've been waiting to pop this one up. Thieves is literally my favorite, but I love Peace and Calming. I was going to make this comment that my kids would probably say patchouli. I don't think anyone else would get it, but you totally would have gotten it. So I just think it was really funny.
We know what patchouli is.
Well, as far as this smell, patchouli is in the Peace and Calming.
Yeah.
So that's
So
like
the smell of my mom's house now and everything, like, I don't know how, I swear to God, she injects shit with like scent. She could have it in her home for 5 minutes. You bring it out to like my house and it just is enroved in the scent of her home. And it's Fall Leaves from Bath and Body. If you ever smell Fall Leaves from Bath and Body Works, that is my mom's scent of her house. Everything in it. She just moved into a new house and the whole shit already smells like that. I don't know how she does it.
That's funny.
So you're talking about
weird.
injecting smells, and that's kind of like what Emmeline did. And then I just remembered that's what Disneyland does. You guys know that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they can inject the water in my fucking backyard because I love the smell.
For
of their
real. Oh, when you're going through like Pirates.
The water, it just
That-
smells like old. Like it's been sitting there for
there's a
100
smell.
years.
There's a company that
it's
makes
a
candles.
mineral. Ooh,
Ew,
it's so good.
Nina, hold up. Ew.
Hey, so when we dissected the frog in high school, I couldn't eat chicken for
I
months.
didn't do it. I did not do it. I said,
Yeah.
I will do all the extra credit you need me to do. I am not touching it. Thank you very much. And Liz is with me.
That formaldehyde smell grossed
Thank
me
you.
out. I could not touch chicken, I swear.
Yeah, I remember the frog day, and there was a kid in my class who decided to collect everybody's frog legs and skewer them and run around the class with just a skewered thing. Were we in class together?
I would have slapped
Which
him
one was
with
that?
the damn frog leg.
Anna, were you and I in biology
biology.
together when everybody did that? Because I have Mr. Nagel. Did you have Mr. Nagel?
No, I had some lady.
Oh, okay, then no.
Yeah,
No,
she was
told him, I
very
give me all the
impactful.
extra work you want. I'm not
don't
cutting that fucker.
remember her.
No,
I
and when the
forget
pig
who
comes
I
up
had.
later, you can forget that too. I don't even want to be in the room. I didn't even go to school that day.
I don't remember doing the pig. I think we did the frog, but I don't remember the pig.
I remember doing a cow eyeball.
I don't remember an eyeball.
That's
You
a
know,
little
it's
too
probably
far.
one of those days where I was in graphic arts all day.
Oops.
Do we
I
have
had
any
extra
other
work
topics
here.
since we are in our
Wait a sec.
days?
Let me see. I did.
We don't have any more topics, but I had a couple things that I was saving to wait till everyone got done with theirs. So really fast. So you mentioned Fisher guessing everyone's drinks. I cackled like a motherfucker when he guessed her mom's drink
Oh,
and what he
A
said.
narcissist martini.
A narcissist martini. I wrote that down as a note because I was laughing so hard, and then she walks over, and then obviously
you knew who walked in when he said that.
I'm pretty sure though that he got her drink wrong once he did it on purpose.
No, he
That's
said
what I felt
I
like.
got it right.
No,
Yeah.
he says he got it right. She didn't want to admit
Oh,
that
she lied.
Yeah, she didn't want to give it to him.
I
Yeah.
wonder if she smelled it on her then.
She was a bitch. So, whatevs. All right. Page 247. For anyone who has their book, I want them to do it right now. Open your book. And I don't know if you have a different book, but 247 is going to be toward the, let's see. It's in the mall chapter. So it was the beginning of this week's readings, just a couple of pages in. And I'm going to read it to you very quickly. Hold on.
Really quickly or like slowly quickly?
Well, slowly, quickly, because that's how I do everything.
Okay. I just was checking.
I just need to find the spot because I put a tab at the top and now I don't have it.
247?
247 in this book.
Yeah, don't we all have the same book? I think Nina and a couple
Hold
people
on,
have
I
a
just
different
need to
one.
Find the spot. I need to find the spot.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, also, when Emmeline was with her mom, or she came back to the apartment and her mom had stayed up, and she asked her where she was, and it appeared as if her mom smelled her. I swear she smelled her to see if she was lying.
Oh yeah, she did.
I was
And
like,
she knew
what a
she was.
freak!
And she
She
knew she was,
did.
and that's how she found her.
All
I
right,
thought it was
right
really
here.
cool.
Everyone who has their book open, do you have them? Are you ready?
I did, but I closed it because you were taking too long.
You know what? You're very impatient.
I am.
You're not
That's
going
why I
to be
said
alive
it is
long
slowly
enough
or
to put
quickly.
extra butter in your tortilla because you're motherfucking impatient. All right,
Exactly.
everybody get your books ready, and I want you to do this with me. Here it goes. Just for fun, I released odors of metal and electronics outside a bookstore and watched people race inside and put their faces deep inside pages, searching for the rustle of paper, the welcoming scent of ink. With the right ingredients, I can make people do anything. Did she make you smell your book?
Where the fuck are you reading?
I don't know where she's
Starting
reading.
at page 246 on the bottom left.
You said
And then up
247.
to 247 top right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you had lost me. But no, I didn't smell my book.
No one
I was
stopped to
listening.
smell their book?
Well, I was listening. So I didn't smell my phone.
All right. Y'all out there, I want to know how many of you were all.
But like,
Also, mine was
This
brand
is-
new. I didn't buy it used. So if I bought
Alright,
it used,
can
it
I-
would probably make more
Can I
sense.
see you guys now smell your book since all you're there?
It smells like booty.
It smells like
honestly,
me
like,
now, like my house.
I was gonna say my book. I didn't because it wasn't
Smells
a
like
new book.
Scholastic Book Fair.
It wasn't. Oh, but that was a fun smell.
Galactic.
Galactic?
Remember the Scholastic Book Fair?
Scholastic.
Scholastic. Same bullshit.
It's not the
Well,
same.
hers,
It was
Yours
$5
sounds like it's
pencil.
out of this world into the next galaxy.
hers was out of this
Yeah.
world. Okay, Vanessa, you can't read your Kindle or smell your Kindle, but
Well, it would smell like
Yeah.
electronic.
you're reading Kindle.
The metal.
Oh, it
What did
smells
you
like
say?
when you guys were cooking and spilled some shit and then like licked your finger and swiped the next page. That's what yours smells like.
Because it said metal and electronics, right? So there you go. Smell like an
Mine
electronic.
smells like a dead tree. It's very sad.
Oh my god, here we go.
Was it? What,
Your
was the
fucking tree was as sad as the burger that I ate. All right, let's
What
go.
was the
I
tree
do
like? Not treated right when it died.
I have a final thought,
was it
and
massaged?
then I have our.
I don't
Guys,
know.
can you write down everyone who participated for this?
I did.
Okay. I have a final thought. I don't know if everyone else out there does. I'd like to hear your final thoughts. Let's see. I wrote M's olfactory abilities grow with each chapter, but in the end, she comes back to the scents that are most important, the simple, raw, deep notes that make up who we are and tell our personal histories. Well done, Erica. I think it was very interesting to kind of take us all on our own olfactory journey throughout our own histories. And I know that personally, from beginning to end, I did go through and kind of relive my own history through scent just because of this book, which I really enjoyed. It kind of took me through every person I've ever loved and lost, whether due to time or death or changes in situation and, just little things that you outgrow, like maybe the smell of your school or, a friend's house you used to visit when you were a kid. Adriana's mom always smelled like hippies. So, things like that. Last thoughts, ladies.
Are you asking us or them?
Everyone. Last thoughts on this read. We'll give our reviews, but I'm going to jump into our giveaway after you guys give us your last thoughts here.
So I really liked it. And so I'll give my amount of B's as soon as we're ready for that. But I really want to have a sequel to it. I want to know if their child has either of their gifts, because they have both, two different ones, but they're able to read people by
like a
different
hybrid.
mannerisms. And yeah, exactly, of them both. So I really want to see them both on the island, but then also kind of traveling back to the cove and maybe Emmeline is running their B&B or whatever, but I really liked it.
I love Henry and Colette. Oh my goodness.
I liked it. I enjoyed the book a lot. One thing I did think about was with Emmeline, every time she was with like Colette and Henry, or she was with Fisher or her mom, she couldn't connect with other people. And when she connected with other people, she had a disconnect with whoever. Like when she went back to Fisher, she disconnected with the mom.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, you know, she grew up pretty much her whole life with just her dad, with one person, not being able to spread herself. So I'm wondering if that had an effect on her.
It could be, because don't forget, the only other time that she spread her love was to Cleo, the goat.
Yeah. When she spread it,
yeah.
I liked it. I know that her meeting her mom and going through all of that was important to her to grow, but I didn't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love the whole theme of the first part of the book. I loved that she was kind of half reality, half fairy tale, and that she was still in this magical place even when she was at the cove. And it kind of like I felt like that magic was gone when she was in the city. Like, it felt cold reading it.
Yeah.
And then it felt like some of the magic was coming back at the end when she met back up with Fisher and they were going back home, wherever that may be. I personally don't feel like I need a sequel to it. I like that I can kind of write my own ending, and it makes me happy to know that in my mind I put them where I think they would be happiest. You know what I mean?
Right. So not needing a sequel, but would you read the sequel?
I don't know if I would. I think I like the way my mind's eye sees them ending up.
The ending.
Well, because I want a happily ever after. And when you write a book, you have to have some drama or something to stir the pot.
Right.
And I don't want the pot stirred anymore.
No more than, I mean, because in the sequel we got to lose Henry and Colette at some point, and fuck that, we're not losing them. I like them.
Well, that having to deal with his parents. Who knows?
I totally agree with you on that part. The second part of her life where she was with them, it felt like she, was able to get in touch with like a different part of herself, but find the same kind of, familiarity and homeliness and love for Henry and Colette that she felt for her father. And my favorite part was that, her dog, Dodge, kind of helped her through that. And I agree. It was very interesting how Erica was able to write a different mood and a different temperature, even in each 3 parts that we read. Like you had to pick a color for each 3 parts. Seriously, the last one was much colder. It was like when you step outside on a freezing day and you exhale and you can just see it in front of you and it's just freezing and you can't wait to get back into
felt gray. It felt
great. You can't wait to get back to the warmth.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, at the end, it became warm again.
Yeah.
No,
she was a good way to wrap it.
She did. I did like how she wrote it, and I don't know if that's what made it like a fast read, because it kept changing, but not in a crazy change way, but it just kept changing where you just wanted to know where you were going next.
Yeah. And I do think that the first 2 acts, they had a lot more happening, and sometimes that's kind of our own lives where a lot more goes on in certain parts than others, but it doesn't mean that what happened at this point was was insignificant, because it obviously was something that she needed to experience to then bring herself back to maybe that second act.
Yeah. But I remember her saying, I remember Erica saying that generally people like one part or the other.
That's true. She did say that. You're right. Generally people.
Or one more than the other. Yeah.
Third part. And there were 3 parts. So interesting. Like, I'm content and don't need a sequel. I did read with more intention the second time around. I would probably not read a sequel. I like how it ended. Girl, I think you are in good company here. That's for sure. I like how it ended.
I mean, I would love to know like an update on their lives.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Like, you know, the Friends 10-year reunion.
Yeah, something like that.
My issue is that when I find a book, because I like if I find a book and I thoroughly enjoy it that much, I want to keep reading about these characters. I want to know where they're going, what
I don't
they're
want to leave
doing.
them yet. I get it, but
Yeah.
you know, all good things come to an end, and that includes.
Well, that's why I like get updates. I want updates.
That includes this book. So we are about to conclude it. Here is. Do you remember when at the end of the book, literally the final chapter before the epilogue, last page or so, where Emmeline decides that she's going to open that bottle with her mom? Right. So she says, I inhaled and Victoria's kitchen disappeared around me. It was early morning in the cabin. Winter. I could smell the wood stove working to keep the frost at bay. My father had fed the sourdough starter, and the tang of it played off the warm scent of coffee grounds. I could smell my own warmth in the air rising from the blankets I'd tossed aside. I remember that morning. It was the first time I ever saw the machine. I must have been 3, maybe 4 years old. I woke up and saw my father standing in the middle of the room, box in his hands, bright and shiny and magical. I remember racing across the floor, my bare feet tingling from the chill. What is it, Papa? It's wonderful. I want to know. So I didn't know this part, obviously, when I chose our last raffle item. So Mom took her notes. I took what I took from her notes, and I asked her about my last raffle item. And this sneaky bee, it'll be good. You'll see. That's all she says to me. It'll be good. Nice choice, Tosh. And I was like, nice choice what? So this is our last raffle item, y'all. Picked a sourdough starter and kit. Somebody's going to make their own bread.
That is cool.
Shut up! You got the bread basket. I flipped it upside down here. It comes with the little like cloth inside. You've got your starter. You've got your lame, which is or your lame, whatever you want to call it. The little slicer at the top so that it doesn't burst. You got a paper bag to proof it in. You've got the dough scraper for your table. You got the little dough mixer. I'm not 100% sure what the nail brush is for, but maybe it's just to clean your fingers after you've been kneading. And then you have the flour templates so that you can like hold them over your bread and like shake your
I love that. That's
oh my goodness, you guys. I did
Whoever wins this needs to give updates.
What?
Yes.
I want to see their sourdough when they make it.
Yeah, sourdough starter can take a while, but this is your start. So I'm so excited to send this to someone you don't
I've
even
never had a starter.
First of all. And secondly, when I picked it and I was like, hey, Mom, what do you think? And she was like, it'll be good. You'll see. And I was like, bitch, it was what was in the last bottle. The only bottle she saved. Are you kidding me? So I read that part and I was like, oh my God, of course that's the smell. Mom! That's it. My mom's not here. And I was like, Mom! Immediately. Oh my God. So good. Hello. Perfect, right? Apropos. Yes. So perfect. Very
So are we giving our ratings?
All right. Give me your ratings, ladies. I want to hear it. 1 to 5 B's. 1 to 5 bitches. 5 being the best. I'll recommend it to everyone I know. And I don't know what, might read it again later in life. I would read this again later in life. I could tell you that. When I've forgotten about it and need to revisit the islands. So what are all of your readings? 1 to 5 B's, 1 being like, F this book, I never want to see it again, and I didn't even want to finish it.
Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry.
I definitely will read it again. For sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4.
And I would definitely give it to like because my kids read a lot, I would definitely give it to Avery.
What's good is this is the kind of book you can actually pass down to a teenager.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot happens that you wouldn't want them to read about, and it is just enough that you do want them to know about. 3 from Shannon. Do tell why, girl. Do tell why.
4, I really reread books.
Really
There you
reread
go.
books.
4.
4. So we've got 2 5s, 4 4s, and a 3 right now. Let's see.
Yeah.
What's the rest, ladies?
Oh, 3.9.
3.9.
The dismount.
Oh my God, I love it. So I think we're at an average of 4 right now. That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
4 as well. Yeah, we're at an average of 4. I really like this book. Would I read it? Probably much later in life if I forgot that I wrote it or read it already, which you know I will next week. But there were times when I was like, I don't know if I want to get my reading done really fast or if I want to save it to the end, you know? And if I wanted to save it to the end, it was like, is it because I wasn't super excited to read some more this week? Or maybe I didn't want to forget it. I wasn't sure, you know? So liked it, didn't love it, left me wanting more. I
enjoyed the character.
Sequel.
I really liked Emmeline. I did.
Yeah.
There was parts where I got a little frustrated with her, but she was young. She was a young girl. So
Yeah.
The parts that frustrated me with her was her growing.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot.
Yeah. Now, did anyone else out there have any cast ideas for these characters? Because I can tell you, this is one thing. Erica painted the most incredible scenery for me. She painted every island. She painted all of these. I feel like the harsh bitch. No, it's okay to not like things that other people like because we're all such different women.
Yeah.
And not liking the same things is what makes us so cool.
You know, Shannon, I think I would have rated it higher had it not been that, like you said, if you could rate the air. What happened to my teeth? If you could rate the sections by color, if it wasn't for that gray part of the book, I think I would have liked it a lot more. That was kind of off-putting for me. I just didn't enjoy reading through that part, even though I know it was important to the character. So I get where you're coming from with it. It wasn't a bad book, but I think that kind of changed it for me.
Right. It was different. You know, it just felt different from one part to the next. And I mean, don't forget, we all have to go through a very gray or blue period in our lives to get back to color. So
I didn't like it.
Kind of
What?
I said, well, I didn't like it.
No, you don't have to like it. Nobody likes their gray period in life, nor should they. That's something that they should grow from. So at least she did. She did grow from her gray period. But anyway, what I was going to say is Erica painted a great picture for us. We can see ourselves in every situation. We could see ourselves at every island. We could feel things, temperatures, you know, the ground underneath our feet. We could taste things that, you know, we maybe were unable to describe in that way before, and we could see colors with her. But could I see the characters? No. There is not one person that I could cast in this entire story. I could not pick one celebrity to fill any one of these positions for these characters because no one fit for me. I just couldn't see anyone clearly.
The only person that I saw for Emmeline was Selena Gomez, a younger Selena Gomez with her long dark hair. And she kind of has that baby face, that innocence. I could see that.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, remember, she's got to have curly hair.
They can curl it.
Yeah, she could. She definitely could. It's interesting.
Yeah. But okay, we got to get to the fun stuff because this like jumped into our 2 hour, and I got a picture to show y'all.
It went
Yeah,
over.
we're already at
Hang on just
7:30.
a second. Hold on. Twitch just went down. So we're probably going to lose everyone. Well,
we already did.
Yeah, we lost everyone who was watching on Twitch. Hopefully they will switch over to Facebook or YouTube. I don't know why, but Twitch literally just shut down. So
just reload maybe.
It's reloading. It's still reloading, but I don't know if it's going to hit it anytime soon. So I think I need more tragedy or more magic. Girl, I'm with you. There definitely could have been like a higher climax. You know, like with a greater fall kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's back.
Ooh, it's
it was nice. It was like a steady. Yeah, it wasn't anything. It wasn't jumps of emotions. But
well, the big one was when she lost her father.
The
that
beginning.
was kind of her biggest climax, and that was about halfway through. So, well, no, that wasn't. That was in the first third.
Beginning. Yeah.
So, well, I don't know. I am still not back on for Twitch, so I have no idea what happened. It's totally off. But looks like we're back up. We're okay.
Cool,
all right, we're gonna continue.
Oh, so I was going through organizing, and it's weird because I haven't put 2 and 2 together till now. But I was organizing I have 2 drawers in my living room, like bookcase thing that's full of all of my wax melts, right? So I was organizing my scents and putting all my summer scents together, and then putting all my fall and my winter Christmas scents in another drawer, right? And I had pictures mixed up in there. And I found this picture of me and my mom on Catalina Island.
Oh my goodness.
When
Look
I
at
was
you in a
young.
little bowl cut. You're so cute.
Shut up. So there's an island photo for you.
Did you guys hike up there? Or did you golf cart up there?
Girl, probably golf cart. I don't know. I was like probably 2.5. This is before the twins were born.
They golf carted.
The good old days.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
Isn't that funny? I was like, oh my God, I got to share that. That's fun.
Aw, I love it. That is super cute. I did not get to go to Catalina until Sherry took me for like my 30th birthday.
Wait, wow. That was the first time you never went with Desiree?
Desiree, no, she went back and forth on her boat, but did you ever even get off on Catalina?
Yeah.
Oh, so I did not go to Catalina until I was 30.
I
My
used to
mom's
go with
not
her.
been, and Mikey hasn't been either.
We went like what, twice?
Well, yeah, twice. That's more 2 more than you took your sister.
Bitch never took me nowhere. She don't love me as much as you. That's
no,
all right.
and we rented.
Well, you were
bikes,
invited
right?
to Florida, so
I was invited to her wedding, but that's because she needed me to do her.
Did you just say she was invited to Florida? Bitch. When was I ever invited to your house? I just fucking said I'm here, I'm coming over.
That's true. That's what Desiree does. She doesn't wait for an invite.
No.
She's waiting.
You should never wait for an invite. You should be like, excuse me, I've just landed. You have 30 minutes to come get my ass from the airport or I'm flying.
No, I mean the wedding. I'm referring to the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just messing with you with the wedding.
Oh my God, that's so good. All right, so I want to hear it from all of you ladies out there since you're slowly popping back on. I'm going to Catalina next time I'm out. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's really cute. And you have to do the little golf cart ride all the way to the top and back down because it takes you like through the little town and stuff. It is totally worth the time and the money. Totally worth it. I would do it again every time I was there. And then spend grieving, like, you know, eating and drinking at the little pubs because there was like a million of them. So super cute places, but shopping.
See buffalo.
Yeah, I knew maybe. I never saw one.
You have to go to a certain part of the island, but they have buffalo roaming.
Well,
the backside.
Part I was at. Okay, I'm gonna pee.
Oh,
no,
here we go.
Mark it off until next week, y'all. Mark it off next week, not this week. And then we are gonna talk about ocean problems. Y'all can get it started if you want. Tell us.
I'm trying to find my
out there. Have you ever been swimming or rafting or boating or y'all get out of town? Look, she's like, just in case you didn't have the pop-up. I want to hear about your ocean stories, good, bad, and ugly. Funny, preferably. I have a funny one. Ocean, lake, river, pool. I don't care what it is, but I want to hear your stories. So, ladies, make it haps.
I mean, besides Catalina, I've been to one other time frame where I was on an island, but Catalina is obviously a lot of fun. Kayaking is fun. Being drunk and then someone making you go in a kayak and like you're just
That's
not doing
dangerous. That's
anything.
not fun.
No, but he was like, "It's fine. Just please pick up your oar because you're not helping. We're going in a circle." So I did. I just got to sit there and go for a ride. That was like while I worked for the Express, which was fun.
Oh, okay.
So Manuel and I on our cruise, we stopped off obviously at like different islands. So we got to do like different, like low cliff jumping. I'm not one of those people who's gonna go and jump from like 4 stories high. It's not happening. But like one story, I could do one. So that's, we did a lot of that. So I will say there is one island in the Caribbean that has never been hit by a hurricane.
Uh-oh.
And I can't, of the ones that
what?
we went to, it's never been hit by a hurricane. For whatever reason, it just like goes around. It's just never been hit. But like all the other ones have. Manuel, do you remember which island we went to that's never been hit by a hurricane? So if you wanted to go live on an island, like this would be the one to do it. We went to Aruba, St. Thomas, Curacao. That one was the one right next to Aruba, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that one was a lot of fun.
What are we talking about?
So I've been to 8 islands. I counted up today.
Oh my God.
I've been to Catalina, Alcatraz. I'm counting that. That's an island.
I've been there.
You got off?
Puerto Rico. Huh?
Did you get off on the island?
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Alcatraz? Oh.
Ooh,
I did the
I've
whole
never
tour.
done that.
And then while we were there, the Blue Angels had a flight show above us. So that was really cool.
Ooh, that's cool.
I was in Puerto Rico, Aruba, St. Thomas, Dominica, Barbados, and Deer Island.
Holy cow, you island hopping hussy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I love that.
Let's see. So I've been to Catalina. I've been to Alcatraz. I was pregnant with Inara. Highly pregnant.
Highly.
I was like, what are we doing in here right now?
Why am I hopping?
Oahu, that's where my family went to from the Philippines. I want to go to the Philippines. I've been to, is Venice an island?
Venice? No.
No.
It's
But the little islands around it.
There are islands around it, yeah.
So we did go to the Murano Island, where they do the glass. They make the glass.
Oh, fun.
That was
Did
pretty.
you went out there? Okay.
And all the buildings are painted like bright colors. They're saying like, so like when they're, the fishermen, or when they're out at sea, they can spot their house easily.
Oh, that is so cute.
That was fun. That was a fun trip.
Murano. There we go. Thank you.
Yes, that one.
Have you been, Shannon? Yes, Murano. We went 2 years ago. Cute fishing town. I want to like do some traveling. Everything is closed right now, so obviously we're all gonna have to wait to go outside the U.S. really. But God, I'd love to do some like real traveling. I need to get my passport updated.
I still want to go to Ireland. That's on my bucket list.
Girl, I would go to
I want to do Ireland.
We could plan a whole family trip in Ireland. I could tell you that. I would go.
That'd be awesome.
I would go.
God, that'd be so much fun.
It would be.
I don't know other islands.
Wow.
I think this
I
was
haven't done a
Aruba.
whole lot. I've only done Jamaica. We went for our honeymoon.
My whiteness won't show up here.
No, your husband's super white too.
Oh my God, Shannon, when I went to Italy, they had an
fun.
option for us to stay and study abroad. And I wanted to do the program so damn bad. I was 16, almost 17, and my mom did not let me do it. And I was so annoyed that I had to come back to the United States. I wanted to stay. I was like, you got to study what? Oh, sign me up. I'll just give my mom a call.
Yeah. How was it? I want to know. And when did you do it? Did you do it when you were in high school? When you were in college? When did you do it? That's what I'd like to know. I've never been to Italy. I wanted to go with Adriana, and I didn't get to. And I was very unhappy. Very unhappy. And this bitch roomed with somebody that I would have taken over for easily, but whatever.
Well, you had your own Italian adventure while I was gone, so
it wasn't an Italian adventure. It was a fucking New York hell. It was not an Italian adventure. It was New York hell. But anyways, the only islands
New York hell was in like a. It was
I
like
went to Jamaica.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
I'm getting louder so that we don't talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Jamaica for my honeymoon, and then I've been to Hong Kong Island, which Hong Kong is part of mainland China, but there is Hong Kong Island, and that's where we stayed when we were out there. And then we traveled like to mainland Hong Kong, and then off to Lantau Island, which is where they have the big outdoor sitting Buddha that's like surrounded by trees. It's incredibly gorgeous. One of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life. But yeah, and then just Jamaica. But Jamaica I will go back to again and again. And I keep, like every few months I like look up like going to a resort there just to like get back. I'm like, can I go? Can I go yet? Can I go? No, I can't.
Sean and I were looking up all-inclusive resorts in Costa Rica to go with the family. And I was showing the kids today Megan's Bay in St. Thomas where I went. It's, oh my God, like I can see myself back in the water.
Oh no, I can see myself burning, but I'd still have a good old time because I just slather on, like the white zinc and shit, and I'm good to go. So Shannon studied art history and Italian, and you did it in college.
Nice.
That sounds really cool. That would be like a super fun time to go when you're just like slightly older and like breaking out into the adult world.
Right.
That'd be amazing.
So I mentioned I've been to Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
And I've been there several times.
Mm.
But I've never been to the beach. I've only gone for weddings and funerals. I get off the plane, I go to the house, I go to the church, I go back to the house, I go to whatever.
Wow.
Go back to the house and then go to the airplane.
That's sad.
One time we got to drive by. My parents pointed at the beach. There's a beach.
Obviously,
the beaches are kind of rough there too. So it's not like that's what I liked about St. Thomas. Like when you go to the bay, even in Barbados, the water's very calm. Like in Barbados, we went on a booze cruise, like a pirate ship, and I actually jumped off the ship from a rope. I don't even know how many feet into the ocean. Oh yes, I did.
Bitch has balls.
It was
I did not know that.
So much fun. And the sand is like white baby powder. And I felt something hard and I picked it up and it was like white coral. Oh my God, gorgeous.
Dude, you're right about Hawaii though, because the last time my grandmother went there and she's obsessed. She's like a Hawaii fanatic.
There are people like that.
The last time she went, what did she do? What is the one thing you're not supposed to do to the ocean? Turn your back
on it.
Oh.
She was like, kind of swimming around, waiting, doing her thing. And then she got up and turned around and started walking up the shore. And a wave knocked her the fuck over and she broke her hip. Broke her pelvis.
No, not that time. That was when she fractured her spine.
Not that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fractured her spine and her pelvis or
So
something.
they spent the rest of the trip in the hotel, right?
And then we had to borrow Adriana's grandmother's walker after that.
Yeah. Well, when my sisters went with my mom and stuff, they couldn't go anywhere near the water at the ocean. It was so rough. They just stayed at the resort in the pool.
We'll talk about rough. So there was it was a few years ago or a good amount of years ago where there's like a big tsunami that was like, there's like a tsunami warning or whatever. And that happens a lot, but there was a big one. So we call the family. We're like, hey, is everybody okay? And my aunt, she's like, oh no, everything's okay. Daryl's in the ocean. He's trying to catch some waves.
There you go. Well, my family was there when they had the bomb, the missile scare.
Oh yes.
So they're in the lobby of the resort. going to get breakfast, and all of a sudden the news is going off like crazy that there is a missile attack, and no one knows where to go, what to do. Everyone's crying, calling home. And Claudia's like trying to think she can get a flight out of there. I'm like, oh yeah, what flight are you going to jump on all of a sudden? And yeah, she said scariest probably 20, 30 minutes of their life.
Oh,
Where do you go?
really? Your sister who's been to Mexico and
that when you're on an island with nowhere to go and they tell you that a missile is going to come down and hit, anybody would be scared.
Because they all got that alert on their
that
phone.
doesn't matter where you are, though. It doesn't matter if you're on the mainland or if you're on an island. You're just.
But I'm saying, right?
At least like a mainland, you can drive away. You can attempt to drive away.
Well, that's similar to like Guam when they have tsunamis. My girlfriend lived in Guam for a few years, and they ground everything. They take the planes to Japan, and then you're fucked. And you just
hope for the best.
It out. And
that is fucked up.
But at least with a tsunami, you know to go to higher ground, right? With an earthquake, you try to take cover. With a fucking missile attack, you don't know where it's going to hit. There's not a whole lot of land that you can run to. So chances are you're going to be affected. So what do? You just hug a pillow and pray for the best? That's scary.
Yeah.
You hug your loved one and you cross your fingers and you make sure you go out not alone.
So I was at Disneyland when it happened because it was Desi's birthday. They were there for Giovanni's birthday. We couldn't go. And Claudia calls me. She's like, Anna, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I can barely hear you. I'm at Disneyland. Like, what do you want? And she's like, what? And I was like, I'll just call you later. Like, I got to go. Thank God.
She's like trying to like say her goodbyes.
Yeah, she's all
wouldn't even talk to her.
Yeah. Well,
bitch sister.
If my mom had
place on earth, do not mess it up.
Right.
She's like called the wrong family member.
Right. But I'm like, my mom didn't even call like rude. But I guess by then they figured out that it was a false alarm. And then in the middle of the night, the alarm started going off again. And they're like, oh, sorry, it was just a false alarm. Like someone set it off on accident. And she's like, I'm done. Like this heart attack, I'm done. The next day they were coming home.
Your mom didn't call because she was with her favorite already. She didn't need to make a call.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh my God.
Do you and your sisters ever call her your mom?
No. She's mom.
No. I mean, like when she's doing
like
something.
My mom?
Weird. Yeah, like she's my mom when she's cooking and being sweet and doing wonderful things, but she's your mom when she's being a bitch.
Oh yeah, that's one of the two.
That's where you get it.
Yeah, that was mostly my dad. That was mostly dad though. That
you like say your dad?
Yeah. Like
your dad.
I do that with the kids when they're acting like Houston. I'm like, get your kid.
Oh, that's Sean.
Hello?
He calls him my dad.
Your dad's being an asshole? Yeah, your dad is, not mine. Oh, your mom sucks?
Yes.
Yeah, your mom does, not mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think everyone does that.
Yeah.
I say that to Amelia all the time.
Oh my God. Hey, okay, wait. So talking about funny beach stories or like water stories. So we're in Peru. Peru's got some rough waters too. And we're at my family's beach house. So we're over there. I'm taking pictures on the sand of the ocean. There's these big rocks coming up out of there. My cousin he's a surfer. So he's out there and stuff. And, you know, my sisters go in the water and Claudia thinks all of a sudden she's a fucking dolphin. So she runs out there and she thinks she's going to Baywatch it and shit. And this rough wave comes and knocks her down. It's the kind that like, you get hit and then you don't know what's up and down and you're trying to get up gracefully, but you can't. And your hair's in your face and you don't know whether like your feet are coming up first or your head. And then my cousin is trying to get her up out of the water. I'm dying laughing, pissing my pants. And I have pictures like in motion of her trying to get up out of the water. And she swears that she was like, I was fine. I'm like, no, you weren't. Like I have Luigi getting you out of the water, dying laughing, bitch. Oh my God. Pissed our pants. I was like, that was the best. I said, who in the hell told you were a mermaid? I love it. Oh, we died. We died. And then one time when I was 14, I was down in Torrance Beach And I had on, remember the little tankini tops back in the day where it tied in the back under your boobs and then just behind your neck, and it was like a triangle. Okay, I had that on with short Roxy board shorts. Needless to say, not a lot of support under this area here, and I got taken out by a wave, and when I came up, something wanted to stay behind in the water, and I had a whole titty hanging out. The twins are like, Anna, you're trying to get your bearings and you don't realize it, and I had to tuck it all back in. Oh my God, died. Died. I'm like, of course it's hanging out, because why would it not be? Because this is my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I was at a
Talk about
church. I was at like a church, a camp thing.
Mhm.
And it was at a lake. I forget where, but there's like, you know, like the tubing or whatever where you hold on to the tube, right? I've never done it before. So I'm holding on. And then at one point I'm like, I'm like starting to slip. And then I'm like halfway in the water. And then I see my bottoms behind me.
No.
And then I just let go. And then I see them sinking. Oh, I've never swam faster in my life. I did get them. And then they're coming near me. I'm like, stop, wait, because the pastor's son was in the boat. I was like, stop right there, stop. I'm like trying to get, I'm in the lake, waiting, whatever it is, trying to get my bottoms on. Oh my goodness. I'm like,
oh my God, just hold
15 years old.
Oh my God.
16, no, 17. It was
Peanut butter cup.
Wow.
I was like,
that's awesome. Have you seen the dissolvable swim trunks that people are pranking their husbands with now? So it's all over TikTok, and what they'll do is they're giving their husbands and like their friends like these swim trunks, and they're in the water and they're playing and shit, and all of a sudden you just see red cloth floating around them, and their swim trunks are dissolving as they wear them, and they're trying to like cup and cover. I died.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
We should get it for all of our teenagers.
Oh my God, imagine.
Oh, I'm glad I would die.
Yeah, good shit.
And Desiree's teenagers, I would piss. And then Aiden.
Oh my God. Just to see them trying to recover from that and get out of the pool.
Oh my God, I can't. I'm trying to catch my breath from your two stories right now. And now I'm thinking mine is not so funny. But because it hurts.
That's why I like beaches with no waves. Okay.
Beaches with no waves, yeah. So when CJ and I were on vacation for our honeymoon, we went to Jamaica. Excuse me. We went to the Jamaica Inn Resort or whatever, and we had this like fancy table that like
Good Lord.
Someone scared someone, and then they both screamed in laughter and ran away. That was fucking loud. Holy cow. Oh, I love when they scare each other. It makes me think of my family. This one. Anyway. Anyways, so we went and we had like a little overlook of some, what is it? Like the little, what do they call those little like coral areas where you can like watch fish and shit? But you can like swim up to them and like there's a word, right? What's the word?
What?
When like you specifically snorkel to like an area like where the like fish are, like the tropical fish and stuff, and there's like coral and anemones and whatever. Anyway, so we could see them from like our little breakfast nook in the water because it was like right next to a reef. God damn it.
I thought it was like something. Yeah, reef. I thought. Anyways, I'm excited. Go on.
Oh my God, the fucking reef. Yes, the reef. Thank you, Vanessa. So we could see the little reef like from our little balcony or whatever. And CJ decided that even though I'm the world's worst swimmer, I can dog paddle. I mean, I can kind of swim across a pool or whatever, but I am not comfortable in water. I'm scared to death of all of my bad dreams are about water stuff. So that tells you enough. And he was like, let's go just like free swim in the ocean. And I'm like, with water wings, with a boat, with an inner tube? And he was like, none of those things. So it pays to watch Finding Nemo. Yeah, it does. And I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that. So it's embarrassing that I didn't know the word reef. Anyway, so he decides that we're going to rent snorkel gear that day and we're going to go for a fucking swim. Okay, cool. We're going to go for a little swim. Well, he decides that we're also going to go outside of the roped off area that you're supposed to stay in to do your snorkeling. He's like, well, the area we saw during breakfast is on the other side of lava rock. You know that like really mean lava rock that's like, you know, a whole mountainside and like you don't want to go anywhere near it because it'll cut you open if you look at it. He decided he wanted to swim around that. So when we went at like the beginning of our swim, we go around and we get to look at all these like beautiful fish and everything is wonderful. And I'm like, you do realize we have to swim back? And I am a terrible swimmer and I'm scared of the ocean, you know, and showers. Everybody knows this. So anyways, he was like, it's fine. You'll be fine. There's no high tide, no nothing. We'll be all right. Well, anyways, we start to swim back and I'm just focused. I got my goggles on. I'm focused. I got my snorkel, which by the way, it doesn't work for me because I think that I'm going to swallow water in it anyway. I cannot breathe through that thing. It is a death trap. So I'm kind of like popping it out and trying to swim anyway and then sticking it back in. Like there's really no purpose for it. Using my little flippers, going along. We start like traveling back around this lava rock and he's closer to the rock and he starts getting ocean slammed into it. And I didn't know. I'm living my own life. So I'm trying to just swim back. And he eventually decides that something's wrong. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him, but I warned his ass, if something's wrong with you on this trip, like you're going to die because I can't swim and I'm scared of water. So anyways, we're swimming back and the waves start pushing him into the rock. And all of a sudden I feel a fucking smack on my leg. So I kick him. Naturally, I kick his ass. So then I feel another little smack and I'm like, what the fuck is your fucking problem? But we can't talk because there's so much water going around. So I can't ask him what the hell his problem is. He finally decides he's going to try and swim hard, like slightly ahead of me. Right. Okay. Well, then I swim up and kind of catch up next to him and he slams my fucking back and I go underwater, fills my whole tube like I said it was going to happen. So I'm about to drown. I pull it out and I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, right? What is your fucking problem? And he's like, I'm drowning. You need to save me. You could smack me 3 fucking times. What do you mean you're drowning? Save yourself. And I start to try and swim away. He's like, no, I'm not fucking kidding. He throws his arm over me, almost takes me under yet again. And I'm like, what is your fucking problem? What is your problem? You're going to kill me. And he's like, no, really. I need you to save me. And I'm like, this is so funny. No, you don't. And he's like, no, really, I need you to save me. I have cramps in both my calves right now and I can't swim. And he is getting smacked into this lava rock. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't swim. You want me to save you? Just call for a lifeguard. And he looks at the shore. There's no lifeguard. Like, there's nobody out. Like, you're alone. Plus, we're out where we're not supposed to be. So, no shit. There's no one there. Anyways, he's like, you got to save me. And I'm like, fine, put your fucking arm over my back, right? Puts his arm over my back and I can barely swim. So we're like, I'm trying to like dog paddle up to the shore. And he decides he's going to flail the whole fucking time. Like, if a lifeguard has to come and get you, they tell you, stop moving. Don't flail because then I can't swim. Well, the whole time he's acting like I'm not going to save him. So he's flailing, making it so I can't. So he is arms going, legs going. First of all, they're hitting me. And I'm just trying to smack his ass off just enough to like let me swim a little bit. Anyway,
where is CJ?
Filled with water.
Yeah, he's not chiming in.
No, my tube. Yeah, he knows. My tube is filled with water. I can't fucking breathe. Pop that out. I can't fucking swim because he's drowning me. Finally, I get us to a point where I can feel the sand on the tips of my flippity flops, the tips of them, right? So I stick them just right in the sand and I'm like, oh God, I can take a breath, right?
There he is.
Hell no, I can't take a breath. He gobbles me up. I fall under. I was not in sturdy sand. I'm under, and he is still trying to hold on to my head so that he can breathe and move and live. And I was like, you're going to kill me and you're going to go home wifeless. We just got married. Anyways, I'm like trying to hop in the sand, in water, catching my breath here and there while we go back to the point where he's finally able to jump off of me and walk himself to shore. And I was like, so do you want to swim back to our private entrance? And he's like, fuck you, I'm walking. Oh, after all that, you're fucking walking. I was so mad at swam. Even though I can't swim and I hate the ocean and I'm scared to death of it, I was like, fuck you. And I like threw my snorkel gear and swam back to our little staircase. I almost died and she almost killed me again. Again? When was the first time?
Like you were so mad you could have killed him. Yeah.
Yeah. You almost
So I do have a Catalina story, and I don't know how it's going to translate into a story. But I was there with my family and a friend. He always came with us. Anyways, so we rent like those little like putt-putt boats. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
You know, like little wooden, like it's for fishing. And so we're going a little further, huh?
The little ponga boats.
Like
they're called ponga boats.
Ponga boats, like a little fishing boat. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
we got a ponga boat. And we're going like my dad's like, oh, we're gonna go where they don't take us. Oh, okay.
What is with men?
So,
you're not allowed. Let's go.
They know the
so we're going
spot.
like we're going along the island like towards where like the Boy Scouts go, right? It's like we're headed towards the middle of the island. All right, just like let's just see
away
scenery.
from Avalon.
Yes, away from Avalon, not near anything.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like just my dad talks about we see like a little like sand. We're like, hey, look, a little private beach for us. Let's just like go over there. So we all jump off the boat. We're all swimming. I'm like, I don't know how old I'm at. I'm like elementary school. We all jump out. We're swimming. It's fun. Okay, it's time to go. Let's go back in the boat. It's not starting. And now the boat's just like moving and we're all freaking out. Like nobody's going to find us. We're like, you know, my mom is
no one's
screaming like, yeah. But then at one point, another boat comes along. It's a guy and a girl, like they're on their date, honeymoon, or whatever. I don't know why he did this, but we're like, we're stuck, we're stranded, you know? And instead of like slowing their boat down and like kind of trying to come near us, the guy decides to be Indiana Jones and jump off the boat while we're here. His boat's moving. He jumps off while it's moving onto our boat. You know, what is the thing called where you tie the rope around? It like comes out like that. You tie the rope around it.
Oh,
yeah, but the thing on the boat, yeah.
That goes into his knee.
Oh. Ow.
I did not see that coming.
Ow.
And then he's like, oh, it's okay. It's not bad. And I'm like, and my mom starts screaming more. Then he puts his leg in the water.
Oh, that's nice.
And then now we're all screaming, stop that, please. There's shark's blood. You know, we don't.
When you say it goes into a knee, did it penetrate his knee or
it penetrated,
like hit his
yes.
knee?
Like the thing was inside.
Those things aren't sharp. How did that happen?
His boat was moving. Worse. He jumped off, and it was the
momentum. Just wow.
Ew! I hope my gag face is not our final picture, but.
So in the end, he's like bleeding. He's like, let me see what's going on. So I guess there's like a pump thing that connects to the motor that got detached.
That's it.
And they're like, and then everybody realized I climbed up the boat.
And it was your fucking fault.
I
it off.
Disconnected the pump.
Oh my god, I would have left you on the beach.
Yeah,
Y'all-
it's cool. I'll just be a mermaid from now on.
Well, shit.
Y'all let me
Once I
know.
fixed my boat, I would have been like, "All right, well, thanks for the help, buddy." I'm
Well,
leaving there
like
bleeding.
I'm a little kid, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Don." Like, well, it's because of you, and I'm like,
Oh my
"No
god!
one
we
told me
distracted
not to
her after
climb there.
him. We
You
almost
told me to jump
died.
off the boat." And then this guy, he's like, "It's okay." It's a vivid memory.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Wow.
We made it back.
Clearly,
Yeah,
at
here
some
you are.
point we did. You're not going live from Catalina Island in the middle of nowhere for all these years. Men like the off limits spots. Girl, if that is not
Yep.
the beginning of a story.
Yep.
Literally, these two.
It sounds like it's the beginning of a story by Katie Robichaux.
This sounds like the beginning of any adventure story.
Why is only
Can you
Dominique?
imagine? Look, bitches, look. I'm about to open it right now, and we're gonna start right here. Here's the prologue. Men like the off-limits spots. I think they want to see how far they can push us until we snap. And then it just goes from there. Right?
No trespassing.
Yeah, no trespassing. That's literally it. What the fuck is wrong with that?
We've gone on hikes, and Houston's like, "Let's make our own trail." No, let's not.
Let's not. Yeah, trail's there
That's
for a
everyone's
reason.
famous last words in a movie. Let's make our own trail.
Yeah.
No one's ever walked this way before. Let's go.
Yeah, and there's a reason why. Okay.
There is a reason. There is a reason. Yeah. I bet
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw was not a van
Ooh.
full of women.
Mm.
No, please stay on the road. We're just gonna wait until we get to a normal gas station. That's fine. And no, we need to fill up. We won't do it next because we don't know when it's gonna come again. That's the rest of us. Men were like, it's cool, just run it out. I'm sure there's gonna be a something along the way somewhere.
For real, Vanessa. That's all my vacations. But did you die?
Why?
Hey, but did I almost? Yeah.
Well, CJ
Few
almost twice.
Few times.
I don't know why he means twice because I'm gonna kill him again. That's the third time.
Is he a cat? He's got like 9 lives.
Not anymore. He was.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
look at the
I
time.
have 7. Has 7 now.
But did you die? Love it. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. I think we've unless anybody else has a water story they need to tell or can tell or should tell.
My kid almost drowned on
You
an
almost drowned
island
me, and
next to the boat.
next to the boat? Like just hang on.
I was in the boat and Ben doesn't know how to
And
swim.
you watched him drown?
No, he was supposed to be with Emmanuel on the island while Emmanuel was getting drunks with like all of his work dudes, and I stay on the boat because I have nothing to say to these people. I don't know what to say.
That's a good
And-
place to keep them with the drunk
and
guy.
so
You just decided
Lily-
you were gonna stare at your little drowning child and you're like,
No,
well,
I was
you're
on the
touching
other
boat,
side
so
of the
just
boat.
climb up.
I was on the other side of the boat. I
I can
didn't.
imagine him calling for you. Mom,
Should have let that story.
I happened to look over, and his head's underwater. And apparently, Lily had jumped off the boat. She was the only one who saw him, and was able to pick him up. And I was like, "Get us the fuck off this island. We're leaving right now. You were supposed to have your kid."
Swim back. That's what I would have said. Swim back.
I mean, like if I could have like driven the boat, like if I knew how, then I probably would have.
Oh, I would have figured it out. I'd have
But
been
all
like,
of his dudes have been like,
swim
"It's cool.
back.
Like we got you."
it happens. But did he die?
But did he die?
Oh,
Right?
I mean,
But did he die?
I don't think he's a fish. Like he went straight to the bottom. It was like he was
yeah,
wearing cement
he was
shoes.
straight up anchor. Like he'll hold your boat in place, but that's about it.
He's a sturdy. Like he has.
Mm-hmm. Put him in
Yeah.
the sand. He'll like keep you there for a couple hours. He'll be fine.
He's dense.
Oh my goodness. That poor baby. No wonder. I have nothing to say about no wonder. Like no wonder nothing. You're nothing. Because he's
Wow.
not an idiot. This little kid, doesn't matter how quiet he is, his brain is functioning. like way faster than most brains. His ass
For
would have been
real.
right. Thank you. I'd have been like, hold on, can you check the propeller? I think something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Yeah. I would like beat his
Usually
ass
I'm
with
very
an anchor.
quiet around all of his friends. I don't usually have a lot to say. He goes and he kind of does his thing, and I kind of hang out on the boat. Kids are around. I kind of keep an eye on them. So,
So wait, Ben was your problem and you lost
no,
him?
Ben was on the island with Emmanuel.
I was kidding.
He was
So he
getting
swam
drunk
to
with
the boat?
friends. Pay attention to the story.
I was kidding. She said I usually watch the kids. And I'm like, then why did you let a drunk ass watch your kid?
He was on the island.
Getting
that
drunk. He knew what he was
I
doing.
say we
Wrap it up.
On the island, and that was his job.
Wrap it up.
let that story out. Should have just let that one out.
We could have forgotten that one.
That one in the archives.
It could have been the one not told.
We're not gonna talk about that one. Okay.
I have another one.
We're good. No, you wait until fucking 8:10 to want to bring up stories. Negative. Write it in a post.
Is it funny or is somebody in trouble? That's all I want to know.
Look at her face.
Fuck these two.
Oh, yes, I know. I saw that.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing. So I was muted for like 15 minutes, and I could say nothing. So I heard none of y'all's stories. So I'll go back and watch the replay and figure out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and watch Dominique's replay.
And Anna's. And I knew your story.
Yeah. Well, it's time. So
My Chi-Chi fell out at the beach. That was my story.
My booty came out.
And her whole
At
ass
church.
hung out. So
Oh,
good night.
we got tits and ass coming out at the beach. And it is not Desiree. and I.
Literally.
Who would have thought? Y'all,
Right.
we start no trespassing this week. Pick it up, pay for it, get it digital downloaded, and get your boxes ready. We're going on an adventure to NOLA. Collect your beads. Who laughed in the background like fucking Count? Probably Ben. Anyway,
He was
night,
talking
guys.
through his CPAP machine.
he was talking to his sleepy machine. That's great.
Through his CPAP machine. I don't know what he said.
All right, you guys, have a good night, and we will see you next week after we have completed our first few chapters in No Trespassing. I will have new bingo cards coming out, so look out for those.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.